Do you prefer sweet or do you prefer savory? Julie's Wafers has both. Hello goblins and goblinettes, welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. Today we are looking at Julie's Wafers. I have never heard of Julie's Wafers before. I actually picked these up not in an international store. I actually picked these up at just my regular grocery store. They do have an international aisle, and that's where these little gems were hiding. This one is called the Cheesy Duo. These are cream-filled wafer cubes with cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese. And then these are chocolate hazelnut cream-filled wafer cubes. Now, according to the package, these are products of Malaysia, so these are imported. But we're going to give these a shot and see what we've got here. These are 160 calories for the Cheesy Duo, and that is for 9 pieces. And then we've got an 8-piece serving for 150 calories of the chocolate hazelnut. I think we will start with the Cheesy Duo. Okay, so as I said, I know nothing about this product, but I did find them in my local Publix, actually was the grocery store where I found these, and I figured I would give these a shot. Cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese. Okay, they do smell very cheesy. They smell sort of like those Ritz-filled crackers. So there's a look at those wafers. Let's get one of these out and get a closer look at that. There's a lot of layers to that. So it's not just a couple of wafers that are slapped together with some of that filling in between. There's a lot of layers there. It looks like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers? So this is Cheesy Duo, cheddar and Parmesan. Here we go. Julie's Wafers. Okay, when I first popped that in my mouth, the first thing I thought was that these sort of taste like those Ritz crackers, the filled ones with the cheese in the center. And then I bit into it, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty much the same flavor, at least the cheese. The cheese is definitely the same flavor. But then a sweetness kicks in, and it is not a pleasant sweetness. And I'm not sure why it's there, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. There's a saltiness, and there's a cheesiness to start with, but then halfway through the chew, this overpowering sweetness kicks in. And it's not just a regular sweetness. It's almost, I don't even know how to describe it. It's sort of like a sour sweetness to it. This is not pleasant. The bad thing is it doesn't get any better the further you go. Cheesy Duo, Julie's Wafers, I never want to see these again. I cannot give this a seal of approval at all. Let's hope the chocolate hazelnut is better. If you've been following me for a while, you know that hazelnut is one of my favorite flavors. Hopefully this is better. All right, so that smells more like chocolate than hazelnut, but it's not a bad aroma, not unpleasant or anything like that. So obviously we have a chocolate wafer, and then we have that filling there. Chocolate hazelnut, I hope this is better. There's a flavor there that is not chocolate and that is not hazelnut. There is a chocolate flavor to it. There is a bit of a hazelnut flavor to it. There's also sort of a coffee flavor, but then there's something else that's almost a chemical-y type of flavor, a plastic type of flavor or something like that. Something that just doesn't taste right at all on these. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual in the ingredients. There's cocoa powder, skim milk powder, hazelnut paste, soy flour. I don't know. Something is not right with these. Julie's Wafers. I cannot recommend those. If you find those in your grocery store, take a shot on those if you want, but I am not giving a seal of approval on those, and I will not be purchasing those again. I will catch you next time.